I'm Susan Lotha. I live in Dimapur. I grew up in a family where faith, value, and tradition was very important. Then in 2013, I met somebody and I fell in love with him. And I thought that was my rescue. I thought I was going to have a life, a family, because I was promised a marriage. And we talked about having children and living a good life. Towards the end of 2013, relationship came crashing down when I realized and when I learned the truth about the man. And he happened to be a married man, and he happened to have children, and there was betrayal. I felt cheated. Not being careful, I found myself pregnant. And there were so many thoughts, I was traumatized, like I could not accept the fact, felt rejected. The first person I went to was the pastors in the church. And yes, they were disappointed because I have not shared with them in the beginning, but yet they showed so much grace to me. I repented before the Lord. Then when I broke the news to the family, it was a very traumatic experience for my family. And the fact that I disappointed my family, and the fact that the reality that I have committed adultery was really something that even I could not accept. My partner already rejected me, did not wanted a baby. And my own experience influenced me to keep my baby and do something different with my life. When someone like me who has gone to seminary, who has been involved in a ministry and fall away from the Lord, and you become pregnant without getting proper marriage, it's a big thing. So a lot of questions, mixed emotions, fear, that was in my heart. And all throughout this journey, the church was standing with me. In the process, apart from the church, another journey that I went through was with God TV. When I'm alone at home in my room, every morning, afternoon, evening, I would switch on the TV and I would watch God TV. And I found solace and comfort. There was this program of Patricia King, her interview with Robert Liardon. It was as if the program was for me, because they were talking about men and women of God who fell away from the Lord after being in ministry. It gave me hope. And also the letters, the emails I received from God TV, Wendy Alec writing about prophetic word. She wrote about spiritual warfare, and it was so much encouraging. October 8th, I got to hear Wendy speaking live about her own life tragedy, or what happened between she and her husband. A person like Wendy, like being so open and talking about her life and still honoring you and loving you. It's people who hurt her, but she had the courage to even forgive and talk about it and find healing. And that was so much comfort, much more than, again, the email, her sharing. It touched me so much. It was, God TV played a vital role in pushing me not to give up when I was going to give up. I had a baby girl. When she was born, my mother and my sister, they came, and they held the baby, and they were so happy to see the baby. For me, she was a gift from God. She was a gift from God. And in December, I went up to my father and I asked my father to forgive me for hurting him, for disappointing him. And we had a family prayer meeting for New Year's Day. And when I saw him holding my baby and praying together. This is what I wrote to God TV, to pray for my family, for reconciliation, to pray for my family, for healing. So when I saw my family forgiving me and loving me in spite of all the hurts that I've done to them, I see God's love. When I first heard television ministry, I was like, what's that? But it has become real in my life. Television has given me so much of assurance and hope and the spirit not to give up. I want to tell the God TV ministry to not ever give up on what you're doing. So just as God TV has touched me, the world is waiting to be touched much more. So I want to say, continue your good work and all God's blessings to God TV ministry. And I love you guys so much.
25 years ago, what started as a dream grew into a broadcast TV channel that carries the gospel from Europe to the nations. A channel that brings the love of Christ into each home, transforming hearts and minds and igniting revival around the world. It is by His hand that God TV is shaping culture through media and changing lives, and is by your hands that we've found community and support in the journey. Join us as we look back and celebrate 25 years of God TV. Give today to God TV.